My internship supervisor failed me and said my mistakes were part of my personality, then suggested I go to therapy. Before I start, I want to protect my anonymity, so I'll be changing names and places. I honestly never thought I'd be writing something like this, but I feel completely broken and don't know what else to do. I'm a fourth-year university student at a very well-known and internationally respected institution. I won't say which one, but it's highly prestigious and known for its academic excellence. I study psychology, and this year finally we were allowed to start our professional internships. I applied to a public mental health center run by the government. I won't use its real name, I'll just call it FGP. I was thrilled when I got accepted, especially because I'm a high-performing student. If it weren't for this internship situation, my final GPA would be around a 9.1. Instead, I now feel like my entire academic future is falling apart. My internship officially began at the end of July, but from the very beginning, everything went wrong. The center I originally applied to never contacted us, which delayed our start. When I finally showed up, they told me I wasn't supposed to be there. I had been reassigned to a different location without notice. That new location was much farther away, and my schedule was suddenly changed in a way that made everything harder. When I arrived at this new site, they were polite and welcoming, at least on the surface. But when it came to what actually mattered, teaching and supervision, they completely disengaged. I was left on my own. During my first week, I worked with my assigned supervisor, but then he went on vacation for 3 weeks. During that time, I was assigned a temporary supervisor and was only allowed to observe sessions. For 3 full weeks, all I did was watch. No feedback, no guidance, no hands-on practice. When my original supervisor returned, I presented the cases I had selected from the waiting list. He asked me to change some of them and then postponed my start date again. I didn't actually begin conducting intake sessions until August 10th, more than a month after my internship had technically started. Meanwhile, my classmates were already on their second or third sessions with patients. I had a few sessions, and the only feedback I ever received was brief and vague. You need to improve your empathy. Your clinical insight needs work. That was it. 30 seconds. 1 minute at most. He always had another patient waiting, so there was never any real feedback session. No structured evaluation. No opportunity to improve. I genuinely thought I was doing okay. Not amazing. I knew my anxiety showed and sometimes disrupted the flow, but I never imagined my mistakes were severe enough to justify failing me. And if they were, I believed someone would tell me in time, with the intention of helping me grow. That never happened. The first formal feedback I received was to inform me that I had already failed the internship and that nothing I did from that point on would change the outcome. No warning. No prior evaluation. Nothing. They told me my mistakes weren't serious, just numerous and varied, and then added something that completely shattered me. They said my errors were inherent to my personality. My supervisor even suggested I consider being evaluated for autism spectrum disorder. That comment alone destroyed me emotionally. I'm now seeing my own psychologist partly because of this experience, because being told indirectly that you're unfit for your profession breaks something inside you. I had to start psychological treatment because I left that meeting feeling useless, incompetent, and deeply ashamed. Recently, I requested another formal feedback session myself, hoping there might still be a way to improve and pass, even with a minimum grade. But the head of the mental health department told me flatly that I was already failed and that there was nothing to be done. The worst part? I hadn't even gone to him about my grade. My psychologist wanted to coordinate support with my supervisor, and when I mentioned that, he dismissed me and told me I was being childish, that I was an adult and should handle it myself. After that meeting, I locked myself in the bathroom and cried until I could barely breathe. Now they're asking me to continue seeing my patients, even though they haven't given me new dates or clear instructions, and despite the fact that my university schedule still requires about 5 more weeks of internship hours. No solutions. No guidance. Nothing. If I officially fail this internship, I lose my scholarships. If I lose my scholarships, I won't be able to afford my degree. I feel abandoned, discarded, and disposable, like they just want me gone. I'm writing this mostly to get it off my chest, because right now I feel completely destroyed and terrified that years of effort are about to be erased by a system that never gave me a real chance. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.